disgusting, abhorrence. Kumbaga pa, dili siya igo, ngilad, o dili ang ayan ngadto sa usa ka tawo. Now, what then means abhorrence? Abhorrence is an expressive of extreme opposition. Expression of extreme opposition. Meaning, you're a man. Now you are acting like a woman, dressing a woman who dressed a man and act as a man. Why God look so seriously in this matter? In the Old Testament, in the time of Abraham, during his nephew, dito sa si Lot, when they separated each way and Lot chose to go to the valley of Sodom and Gomorrah, we know the story. Why God burned that city simply because of homosexuality. Nowadays, my friend, we could see in our surroundings, just like a pandemic, nga diha, kaniadto, 30 years back, it is a taboo in our culture as a Filipino. But now, we are so proud of it. And we could see, I'm so sorry that I have to deal with this. Simply because God is admonishing us that we should be giving respect simply because He is a God who created us. Let me go back our study in the book of Genesis chapter 1. When God created man, in verse 26 and 27 of Genesis, it read, "And God said, let us make man in our own image." In our image. Meaning, you are being patterned in the image of God, in the likeness. He created Adam and Eve. He created male and female. He did not created Adam and Steve, but rather He created Adam and Eve. In verse 27, God created man in His own image. In the image of God created He him, male and female created He them. Why God is so serious in this matter, and why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah? Because people choose not to obey and to disregard that He is a God who created them. You know, mga higala, sa pagpakita nato or pag-utro nato, what God intended us to be, we simply deny that He is a God who created us. Being a male and female, and if we lose this identity, we don't acknowledge God as our Creator who created us. That's why homosexuality, lesbian, sad to say, God forbid, and He sees this as an abomination unto Him. Some of us would tell that they are born or it was an inborn or they acquired during their youth days or they simply realize that they are a woman trapped in a man's body or a man trapped in a woman's body. They will blame everyone. But I said this morning, I'm going to be straight to you. Those reasons would just only make that you blame God that you are created that way. But in reality, you did not give God the honor and glory, being Him as the Creator and being Him as your God. Romans chapter 1, verse 21 to 28, Paul was saying to the Romans, he said, because that they, when they knew God, they glorified Him not as God, neither they were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and in their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fool, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to a corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore, God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God in a lie, and worship and serve the creatures more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affliction, and even their woman did change the nature used into that which against nature. And likewise also to the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemingly, and receiving themselves that recompense of their error which was met. In verse 28 it said, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. My friends, this text, Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5, does not connote that men or women should not wear pants. It's that dili ina nakataphaw, dili ina nakababaw. But what it makes here very clearly, that when we acknowledge and change what God had made in us, we dishonor Him and we disrespect Him as our Creator and our God. This morning, I will not talk long. I just give you these simple things. When God created man in His image, when God created you and me in the womb of our mothers, He had a purpose. He made you a woman. He made you a man. You have been created in His own image, in His own likeness, because He has a purpose in you. This morning, as we respect God and as we acknowledge Him as our Creator, let us behave, if we are men, to be men, and if we are a woman, to be a woman. God bless us this morning, and have a nice day.
It is now time for our prayer band. So before we proceed to our prayer by section, do you have any prayer requests? Wala. Okay, let me first mention what we have in the list. First, we would want to pray for the AMCV family for its unity and cooperation, and also the safety of AMCV workers, especially the frontliners. And let's continually pray for AMC, Adventist Hospital Cebu, and Adventist Hospital Hingoog. So other than that, let's pray for Sir Ival and the Pangkas, their bereaved family. What else? Wala na. None. So if there's none, let's proceed to our prayer band by department. For our closing song, let's sing Nearer My God to Thee, hymn number 307, Nearer My God to Thee.